Hello everybody, hope you're doing well and welcome to your MCN for Friday. It is going to be a day of reveals and new information. So first of all, just to kind of like go over some of my own little kind of like news and kind of, not transparency, but kind of sharing, the thing about oversharing. So my dad was admitted to hospital yesterday. He had a stroke, sadly. He is okay, but there's some kind of complications and issues which during visiting hours I can see him, and when it's not visiting hours, I still want to continue making content and videos and still work because I need the distraction. It's my constant. Like, I'm your constant every day. You can come back to the channel and we're here. You're my constant because I like creating content for myself, but also for other people to see as well. And yeah, it's just a nice distraction. So yeah, just thought I'd share that with you. So let's get right into it, and that's what we want to do. Continue on, we keep calm, we carry on. Ironheart gameplay. Well, kind of like you can see the champion in action. These are some of the animations, the basic attacks, and as well some special attacks. That is a special one, which the animations look sick. The art team don't miss and did a fantastic job, of course they do. Will we get a taster of the SP2 from the champion? Yes, look at that right there. That looks epic. That looks amazing. So that's the SP3, which you can see on screen right now. We love a bit of action from Ironheart. That looks just slick, sleek, and I don't know, gives me a bit of the vibes of what is it, like a gun? Is it Gundam? Whatever it is. I think you know what I mean. The kind of like Japanese kind of stuff. It looks amazing. And now let's talk about Deathless Champions and when is the amount of units kind of thing coming that Kabam said about. So Kabam Crash said a couple of days ago, I'll be honest, the Paragon Gauntlet Deathless King Group piece is so easy to acquire compared to the rest that are coming that I totally forgot about when I made my earlier statement. The Deathless Guillotine piece selector might not be available by the time that one goes away. So I'm just going to tell you this details instead. The selector will cost 5,000 units and will be a limit of 3. So you cannot spend units to awaken her. That's sad. But at least gives you an idea of how to kind of grab her. I'll also say there is an objective coming up where you need to use the 7-star Deathless Guillotine. It's somewhat optional, but if you have any intention of acquiring her at any point, I would suggest trying to get it done as soon as possible. The piece selector will definitely be available before the objective is in game, so that gives you an idea of that. Yeah, 5k is not as bad as I was expecting 10k, so that's good. It seems a bit more kind of fair on that particular subject. There's also a bit of well, I thought there was going to be a follow-up to this. I think we kind of like prepared. Kabam were making a different point on the matter, especially with Kabam Mike, giving an indication it would come in. Or would it come in? Or not come in? Oh, yeah, here it is. Apologies for the change in date, but we ran into a data issue. I just confirmed with the team that it should be available before any limited time pieces of the Deathless King Group go away. Summoners will have information. They will need to decide on how hard they want to try for King Group pieces. So we'll get an idea. I think it's on the live stream, I want to say. So that's something important later on. Of course, we'll be doing some coverage. I think I'm going to the hospital not tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow Saturday. So we'll be doing some coverage today, and then I'll be having a little break and seeing what the crack is in hospital. So next up onto, is the voting rigged? So you remember we just had this Summoner's Choice 2024 vote. It's in somewhat full swing. And of course, lots of people have kind of had their say on the matter. And this player said, I can't believe that Blob was such a big fan base could lose to a bunch of losers. Kabam changed votes since start how they did this last year. Well, if you're saying that, then you're basically saying in all years, because again, there were people that were adamant that a Mega Sentinel had won and Hercules had lost. People seem to be rewriting history. That's how it happened. Where the real statistics for the Summoner's Choice, we see anything anyway. Even if they show real numbers and charts, which doesn't exist, nothing will change. We're going to leave this thread up because it's funny to dunk on homophobes. Okay, because there's someone's being a bit kind of like naughty, as people do. But yeah, look, as I said, and just to repeat myself, people forget history. Hercules no, a Mega Sentinel was winning up to a certain point and Hercules won overall. And it was a surprise. It's still a massive surprise. And yeah, like, if we rigged it, let me ask you this. Why didn't Spider-Punk win? Yeah, Kabam Jax has the power. Do bear in mind, Kabam Jax wanted Kabam to put in, what was it? Like a dinosaur-based champion. So, look, if he wanted to rig it, he would have bought that. He would have asked that to be brought in. So, okay, Kabam Mike says to this person, I just banned you in game. What? I just banned you in game for 30 days? I don't know. Don't you ever come into our forums and spread your hateful homophobic nonsense ever again. And it's not welcome here, and it's not how you want to act. You're not welcome here or in our game either. Oh, I don't know about that. Okay. Not just Pixel on the forums, but homophobic. Okay. There's no. Okay. Yeah. There's no place for hateful. Right. I think we might end that in that there. Was that a bit of a kind of decisive kind of like thing to do? What would you say? No matter, I didn't see what they posted. If it was really bad, then of course it deserves to be banned, because you can't be behaving like an asshole. Just don't do it. But look, this is the problem, isn't it? Where we kind of figure out where we think the community is voting, because here is the thing. As much as, and people obviously would want to do this to go, well, I'm just curious how people voted, but do bear in mind, when we look at the forums, people vote in a way that is not what we understand in game. Like, for the amount of percentage, lower percentage that we know of people that play the game, there's going to be a higher percentage of people that also play the game. And those also people that play the game may have either not voted for Blob, but like the idea of Blob, or there's people that, and there may be like super casual people, but also there may be those people that, well, they voted a different way. And that's where you come up with this, where even if people are like, oh, I voted 20% Shriek and 40% Blob, we don't know about this 15% and 24%. This 15% and 24%, people could have voted in a different way that we wouldn't even really expect. So that's, again, another kind of like, well, big thing that's surprising. So I think that's the end on the matter on it. And Kabam Jack says, feel free to vote on this and discuss respectively, but this is a firm reminder that the loudest group does not make it a majority, nor is the forum a full representation of everyone playing the game. In the case of Summoner's Choice, just because someone is the favourite of many and may occupy most of the chatter, it does not mean that they are the most voted for. And we've said this many times in the past. What possible motivation would we have to rig the vote? We rig the champion selection process for every other champion release every year. Also, I voted Shriek, so there you go. That's just the thing. It's just the unknown, which we don't know. Next, Elder Marks. Do you have a lot of them? You may do. You may have quite a lot than most people. And of course, when asked about the cap, because here's the thing, people have got stuff to do and such like. Kabam Jack said, in answer to, I just hit 9,000 cap myself. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it, but I do wish that they would show caps for any of all applicable items similar to what they do for things like catalysts, sig stones. Guess time is starting to burn some of them up instead of the energy refills. It's something the game team has discussed based on the feedback from these forums. Actually, my understanding was it's something they liked and want to implement. Not sure if it's a lock and therefore no timeline expectations at the time, but it's definitely on their radar. So that would be a cool quality of life improvement if Kabam decided to put it in. That would be grand, wouldn't it? Absolutely lovely. Would you like to see this in game? Have your say on some of the topics that we've discussed in the comment section down below. There we go. That has been a video. Thank you very much for watching. And yeah, thanks for all the well wishes, kind words and stuff. And yeah, during visiting hours, I'm going to be obviously doing a bit that I need to be doing. And then I still want to, as I said, continue making content and continue just like working and stuff, because I just need a distraction and focusing on other things, because otherwise it consumes you. But yeah, thanks again to everybody for the support. Yeah, just thought I'd keep you informed with things that are going on. Check out some other content located on screen, and I'll keep you updated in the future. Thanks everybody, and see you all soon. Much love and goodbye.